Yes, I hope everyone's okay. What a week I've had. What a week Manchester United have had. We've got Carrick in charge for his first Manchester United game as manager tomorrow. And what better way to start it than in the Manchester derby. That's my bloody watching over there. You don't want to see that, people. It's a massive one. And look, we'll get into the score predictions. We'll get into the team news. We know that Bryan's back. We know that Ahmad's back. Is he going to play Kobe Mainoo in a more advanced role? There are so many different factors here that are coming to play. It's weird. We've gone from the Darren Fletcher system of Fletcher will give kids a chance. He'll do this, he'll do that, blah, 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 blah. Now we're sat here going, genuinely don't know what Carrick's going to do tomorrow. There are my theories. There are your theories. There are plenty we can discuss. But look, I hope more than anything, everyone's had a better week than me. I had the bad cold, which kept me out of action for a couple of nights. And then I drove all the way to Rainham yesterday to pick up my brand new car, which was going to be an MG. I turned up there and they said, we sold that last week, mate. So I got all the way down there. No bloody car. So I come home with a Mercedes. Mrs. Robinson's happy. It's the little things in life. Now, look, before we go into predictions, before we go into team news, there has been some weird news coming out this week. And it just, again, when you think Manchester United can't fall any further, when you think that the people behind the scenes can't be even more bozo-ish than they actually are, it come out this week that apparently Manchester United aren't looking at Luis Enrique because the simple fact is he doesn't have Premier League experience. Do you know what I mean? I'll do that again. I mean, this is just baffling. We know that the Glazers were at the training ground with Wilcox and Barada and co. to welcome Carrick into the club. And what better way to do it than to have a group of snivelling little weasels that have zero testicles at the football club to watch over you and preside over your first training session. Now, on the whole, it's apparently been quite good. The players have taken to it really well. I think having Steve Holland there, as much as Roy Keane will disagree and say it's a bad appointment, I actually think it's a good appointment. I think Steve Holland's a great coach, and I think he'll bring a lot of experience to the role for the rest of the season. But what's interesting is we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow with this formation. We don't know tomorrow just what way Michael Carrick's going to go. I think, for one thing, he's going to want to stamp his authority on that team. He is already going to, in his eyes, have a style of play that he wants to do. So I genuinely don't know where we go with this tomorrow. We'll bring the team builder up because this is what we do on this community. We'll look at a team. But one thing's for certain, I do think he is going to go for a 4-3-3. Now, obviously, we'll go through the press conference in a second. 2 seconds. Hang on a minute. Let me just reply to this. There we go. Let me put that in there. We don't know what he's going to do. This is literally the unknown. He's obviously spoken about the criticism. I thought Keano went a little bit hard. I'll be honest with you. I thought I get Roy Keane's an angry manager. Get your comments in. Don't worry. I can see you've all said a few, and I will go through them in a second. I get that he's an angry man, Keano, but I mean, Jesus Christ, the stuff he was saying. He went in on Johnny Evans. He went in on Stevie Holland. He asked what Carrick had done to deserve it. I like the response that Carrick said. He basically said, look, they're not putting pressure on me. I don't feel that. For me, in terms of pressure, it's totally irrelevant in terms of me and what I'm focusing on. He is going to protect the players. He absolutely is. He comes from a Manchester United breeding ground. He comes from a Manchester United squad, an era where outside noise, it didn't matter. It didn't get to the players. They knew that they were a united front. And as much as we need more players for the rest of the season, I think we can all agree that Manchester United need that united front. They need that closed door situation. It's us against the world. Now, asked about his ambitions, we know what the ambition is. We know what he's been told. He's been told to get Champions League football. He said small steps towards the top. Qualification, Champions League is a positive step forward. We want to be near the top of the league. I'm eager to succeed. We've got a big job to do. Now, he said that they had a positive week of training. Chappie's in Spain, you lucky bugger. Ahmad, and of course Bryan are back and available after AFCON. Mazraoui is still away. Shea Lacey is suspended. Simon Hooper, your absolute ass clown. And then we've also got that Maguire is back fully ready to go now. Matthias De Ligt is still sidelined with an issue, but hopefully we'll get him back in sometime soon. We are missing him so much, by the way. We are missing We are missing De Ligt. It's ridiculous. And then approach to the derby, and look, there's no one better to talk to, is there? Michael Carrick has played in some of the biggest games in Manchester United's history. He's been part of title-winning sides. He's been part of Champions League winning sides. He knows what, and he understands what it is to be a player and what comes with it. He's played in countless derbies. So I think he'll have them ready. And I like the fact that he utilised the term, it's all background noise. Let me go through the comments quickly, you beautiful bunch of buggers on this lovely Friday. Starvan, good to see you, my man. Evening all, how are we doing, says Carl. We're doing good, although my hair looks like a mannequin's head. Good evening, wahaha, hope you're well. And United straight in there saying Manchester is red tomorrow. Happy Friday evening, everyone, says Steve-O. Good to see you, mate. Glasner definitely leaving at the end of the season. Will be interesting to see what comes out in the next few weeks about him. Honestly, if I'm a Palace fan at the moment, like I'm wow. January is always a depressing time of the year, but to lose Mateta looks like he's going to Juventus. Gay's gone to Manchester City, and now the manager's going. They haven't had their. I liken them to the film Predator, when Predator rips the spine of Billy out and just yanks it. That is what's happened to Crystal Palace. I actually think Palace are in big, big trouble. I do. Like, they've got to spend money this month now. They've got to. And they've also got to put plans in place to get the right manager in. Wahaha says, just need Dorgu as far away from the pitch as possible. Defensively, I agree. Offensively, we'll have to see. Carrick is our legend, and we need to stay with him no matter what happens. United. I can't believe Chappie's in Spain. I can't believe he's left me here, you bugger. Carl says, as much as I respect Keane as a player, what did he ever achieve as a manager himself? Well, Keano did all right with Sunderland. I think, getting promoted and then keeping them up. There was an argument with Keano and an argument. I know who'd have fought it. He did okay. Ipswich were ruined when he got there. But I agree. I actually think Keano... There comes a time, Keano, where just shut up. Like, just shut up, because no manager that we've ever had has ever been good enough for Roy Keane. He went to town on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. I remember in the one game he used to say, what was it he would say? He said, if I could see Ole now, I'd grab him. And I'd say, why are you playing Fred? Okay, now what we do for a fucking Fred in our midfield at the moment. We can lose all games, but this one is our Old Trafford, our home, our fans. We can do that. Come on, United. And good evening, Anthony. Good to see you. And yes, the Carrick era has begun. Make sure you smash a like. Anthony is absolutely spot on. And Carl says, I saw Ben Jacobs said we've been talking a secret midfielder and would be a loan deal. Do you think there's anything in it? We'll go on to that in a bit. Look, what I will say is Ben Jacobs has been okay, hasn't he, with transfer news this past sort of 12 months. I wouldn't take it with a pinch of salt. Be just intrigued as to see who it was that we were looking for. Let me just grab something a second. If anybody's wondering where Kev is tonight, Kev's ditched me to go to the pub. Twat. He's gone out. He's on the beers. So the key details, apparently, it would be a short-term loan. Excuse me. The player has Premier League experience. He's currently playing outside of England, not in and specifically in Europe, not in Saudi Arabia. It's not Ruben Neves. Talks are at an early stage, and no deal is done. Now, the ones that the people are going mad on this one. People are saying Ruben Loftus-Cheek, Weston McKennie, and Angel Gomez. I wouldn't be surprised if it's McKennie. It's not going to be Kante. It's not going to be Billy Gilmore, and I don't think it'll be Chukwuemeka, from Dortmund. It terrifies me. It does terrify me. 20 million for Gay is daylight robbery, absolutely. But again, Manchester United. If Manchester United really wanted to flex, they could have gone in for him. It's a deal that was there to be done. We know that Harry Maguire, by the looks of it, looks like he is on his way out at the end of the season. The contract talks have completely stopped there. There's talks that we're looking at Murillo. I mean, obviously, we'll talk about that later in a later date. But Anthony, he's not played in the Premier League, mate. He's not played in the Premier League because the first person I thought was Joe Bellingham. First person I thought was, is it Joe Bellingham? But he's not played in the Premier League. McTominay, if I can imagine. And also, yeah, I'm fine. I'm all good now, Anthony. You can hear it in my voice a little bit. It's just chesty and nasally. I don't know what to say with it, guys. Look, I'd have bit your hand off and said Ruben Neves. Like, Ruben Neves for me was the transfer that Manchester United should have been looking at, especially with this new formation we're playing. It makes even more sense, but it just looks like it's going to be someone who I put it this way. This surprise loan signing isn't going to be a surprise in a good sense for us. We're not going to sit there and go, Jesus, oh my God, we've just signed. You know, it's not going to be like that. It wouldn't surprise me if it's fucking Sabitzer. It wouldn't surprise me if it's someone like Sabitzer again. Like, Premier League experience, plays in Europe. He loves United. It wouldn't surprise me if it was someone like him. It really wouldn't. He didn't. No, he didn't. Yeah, he did. Anthony played for Sunderland, but only in the Championship. He left when they got promoted. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. This is something we're going to have to keep an eye on, because actually, when you look at it, once we've got all the players back, I mean, I heard in the middle of the week we were looking for wingers. We don't need wingers. We've got plenty of wingers. When I look at it, the midfield is the main one. It is the main one. So I kind of feel like it's going to be a surprise that we're all, oh, honestly, well, haha, if it's Eric Dyer, I'll rip the shirts down. I'll join Sophie's lot if it's Eric Dyer. Jesus Christ. Hope you're well, Big Soph. Hope you're well. Big Soph? Queen Sophie. Big Soph. Hope you're well, Queen Soph. And yes, big game for us. Let's get into it. Now, before we go through the squad selection, I'm going to say something here that I don't know how this is going to be taken by some of you. And if you're watching this on playback, please put your comments in. But I'm all for dropping Cunha for the weekend. I think Cunha needs to be dropped. Cunha needs to be dropped. And this is my reason. I don't think this guy has done anything that we thought he was going to do. He's been good in spells. I think in a game like this, I would much rather see an Ahmad, who, by the way, has a fantastic record against Man City. He plays well against Man City. I would be playing Bryan and I would be playing Ahmad. I would drop Cunha. I really would drop Cunha. Yes, they're both back, Sophie. They're both trained with the first team. What are your thoughts on that, chat? Am I being too harsh on Cunha here? Or is this the perfect time? We talk about now having a squad getting back, which is looking healthy. We now have options that we can bring onto the pitch when it comes to the 60th minute. And now, because we haven't got bloody Ruben Amorim, it won't be 4 defenders. I think this is the perfect opportunity to pull Cunha away from the first 11, give him a little bit of a break because he's out of form, and then reintroduce him back in. I don't know. Am I being too harsh on that? Because if I bring the squad up here a second, this was the squad. Let me just get rid of that a second. This was the squad that played against Brighton in the FA Cup. Let me just bring this up. Let me share the out screen. Right then. This was the squad that started. So we had Sesko, Dorgu, Fernandes, Cunha, Agate. No, it wasn't. That's an absolute bunch of bullshit. Because it was Dorgu at left back. Hang on a second. This will be rectified. Mount, Cunha, Fernandes, Sesko, and I believe it was Mainu, wasn't it? Mainu, and then we had Yoro. I don't know why I'm doing this because I'm about to delete the fucking lot of them anyway. But this was the squad. This was the team that started against Brighton. Cunha, Mount. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Mount, I thought, was a passenger in that game. I don't remember much about Mount. This was the team, and I wonder if he's going to change it up. I wonder if we're going to see this. I wonder if he's going to go a more 4-3-3, which is what he's been used to playing in the past. Let me go through his comments quickly. Cunha still looks like he plays at Wolves, in my opinion. I personally think he needs to be dropped or rotated. We need someone who will fully track back against City, so don't think it would be a bad thing. Bryan, Ahmad, and Sesko says United. Dan, you're right. Cunha hasn't been playing well. Maybe Bryan on the left. I agree. Have to trial the 2 natural wide players, Ahmad and Mbeumo, in 4-3-3. Only Ahmad, a natural winger, though. They got to work with Sesko too. Bench Matty. Okay. Let's forget Brighton. That's a pass night. We definitely forget Brighton. That was one of the worst games. Before AFCON, Bryan wasn't playing great, and yeah, he was shite. I forgot Mount in that game, probably sub. So let's just move Sesko here a second. Sesko here, Bruno here. At the moment, I'm going to be honest with you. We're going to clear the team. We're going to clear the team. This is going to be where we get together on this. Now, we know Lemmy will be in there, so let's put Lemmy there. Newsflash for you guys. And by the way, good evening, Andy. Hope you're well. Newsflash for you. I've had enough of Diallo. I've had enough of Diallo. So I want to see... Oh, God. Can't believe I'm saying this, chat. I can't believe I'm saying this. But I want to see this guy at right back. There, I said it. I said it. I want to see Dorgu at right back. A bit of pace. Semenyo is going to be straight at us. That guy is in form. Wahaha, I can feel that no through the screen. The only other option we've got instead of Dorgu would be this guy. Would be Lenny Yoro, who can play right back. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Lenny Yoro will get eaten up in a right back position against Manchester City the way that they play. So this is where I ask you, beautiful people, who are you starting at right back? Dorgu has my vote at the moment. Let me just remove... Well, I can't remove him at the moment. You mean Dorgu can't play anywhere? Ahmad can't play right back, Carl. Nah, it'd be a waste, that would. Yoro says Anthony. Better than Diallo, but having Dorgu, Ahmad and Bryan is very dangerous. They will all be up top. I don't think they will. I don't think they will, Anthony. Don't think they will. Then Dorgu on the left next week and Mazza back to right back. Sophie says it will be Diallo. I want to know what you're saying, guys. We're saying it could be, it could be. Who do you want at right back against Manchester City? My vote is Dorgu at the moment. My vote is Dorgu. Talk to me. Talk to me, Goose. Who are you having at right back? Get that in the comments. Dorgu on the left, maybe. Andy goes Yoro. Anthony's gone Yoro twice. So good. The first time was so nice. We have to do it twice. That really hurt. United says Dorgu. Is Dorgu attacking? Is Doku? If it's Doku, yeah. If it's Doku and Semenyo, remember they will still they will rotate. It doesn't matter who we start them up against. Yeah, sure, he won't go 5 at the back and play wing backs. No, he won't. He won't. That's not his style. Experience, I think. Diallo. Wahaha says Diallo. At the moment, chat, we are bang even on this. We are bang even. Somebody come in and give me one. A suggestion. Someone give me a suggestion that hasn't already, because at the moment we're all even. Dorgu, Diallo, Yoro, you decide. Akko, who are you going with? Akko, talk to me. Who are you going with? Who are you going with? Because at the moment we can't play 3 right backs. Not looking forward to the game. Semenyo, fuck, I wish we got him when he was... Yeah, well, how much would Semenyo looked better in this system for us? Everything is better than Diallo. Leon can play right back too. Can't be any worse. Dorgu for sure. Lawrence has come in with the Dorgu. Guys, we're going Dorgu. Okay, left back, I think we all know. Oh, hang on a minute. Has Steve had a vote? Steve hasn't had a vote. Right. We are tied with Diallo and Dorgu. We are tied with Diallo and Dorgu. What a time to be a Manchester United fan. Carl goes Diallo. Oh, Carl, I knew you'd fucking do that. Okay. I've said Diallo has ruined what I think could have been something beautiful. Okay, left back, I think we all know will be Luke Shaw because he was rested against Brighton, which is probably the right move. He's played a lot of football lately. Who are your centre-backs? Who are your centre-backs going into the game against City? Because I actually think, as much as we've played the young lads lately, I think he's going to go Martinez and Maguire. I honestly think he's going to go Martinez and Maguire, but who do you think? Delit's not fit. Delit's not fit. Did I say Delit? Martinez and Maguire, sorry. Martinez. Diallo against Brighton looked like a kid who can't find his house. Lost, I agree. Dorgu is great going forward, but absolute dog shit in defence. So him going there is a guarantee for a goal. Martinez and Yoro, says Queen Sophie. Maguire. Martinez and Maguire. I hope I haven't influenced you all here. City will be playing in our half. One will be Maguire. Leacher, Heaven. I don't think Heaven's done much wrong. Looking at it, guys, I think we're all going Maguire and Martinez, aren't we? Martinez. Maguire. Harry Maguire. I'm all right with... Okay, so I'm all right with Heaven coming back with Harry. And that's where my thinking is, Carl. We can't risk... What I would hate to happen, right? What I would hate to happen here is us to line up against Man City with Lenny Yoro or Heaven and Hat-Trick to be on an absolute fucking madness and they knock 3 or 4 past us. I think these are the games. I know the old adage is if you're good enough, you're old enough. I'd be protecting him in this game. I would rather go for experience with Maguire. I would also rather go for Maguire because I think set pieces against Manchester City, they are vulnerable at the moment. They are missing so many big boys in that team. I think Maguire offers us a lot more with the set pieces. Heaven and Maguire, says Steve. Heaven and Martinez. Oof. Now, the next thing to sort of query here is this midfield three going to be more like this, or are we going to see a midfield three more like this? Because if it's like this, then we already know that Bruno will be there. The question is, who do you go with the 2 central midfielders? It's a tough one because I think he'll bring Casemiro back for this game. It's a big game. Casemiro, you'll want the experience playing Manchester City. I think it's a toss-up here. I wonder if he will drop Agate and bring Mainu and Casemiro. Now, the flip side to that is he has already come out and said he sees Kobe Mainu as a more attacking player. His attributes for him are more attacking. So if Queen Sophie's right and we go with I'm trying to do the wrong thing there, and we go with a flat 3, then I think it would, and a lot of you are saying the same, I think it would make sense for us to go Casemiro and Mainu. The only thing I don't want to see, chat, I don't want to see instances in the game where this man goes here and these two are pushing up here. I don't want to see this man hovering on his own because he will be absolutely eaten up. If we're going to play it like this, then it needs to be a flat 3. It has to be a flat 3. What are your thoughts on that? If it was Cassie, Agate, DCM last season, Kobe and Mainu working in the same position. Absolutely right, Lawrence. Striker seems to have gone a bit quiet about Sesko from rival fans. 3 and 2 seems to have just dialed down a little bit, done it. I'm really happy for Sesko. I thought his goal against Brighton in the FA Cup was a decent headed goal. He's in form. He's got 3 and 2. He will be looking at this game and going, "Yep, I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this. I'm looking forward to this." I worry if it had been Amorim whether he would have dropped Sesko and played that revolving 3 of Mount, Ahmad, and Bryan, or Mount, Cunha, and Bryan, or whichever. Sophie says not really. These two here, the two wingers. I tell you what I'm going to do. I want a simple yes or no, chat. I want a simple yes or no. Does Cunha start this game for you? Because if it's a yes, then we've got something to talk about. If it's a no, then I think we know what the midfield, what the two are going to be. Luke Shaw versus Semenyo is a complete mismatch. It'll be Dorgu. Okay, maybe. No. Although he could go Casemiro, Ugarte, and Mainu in midfield and play Bruno one side of Sesko. No, I don't think he'll do that. No, says United. Carl says yes. Cunha, Sesko, Bryan. He'll have Ahmad to come off the bench. Steve says no. He played 4-3-2-1, 4-2-3-1, 4-1-4-1 when caretaker first time round. Yes, but that was before he went to Middlesbrough and he adapted a bit. United says our African duo, and he will start with the big names first, says Anthony. I'm going to be honest with you, chat. I think he does this. Don't be surprised if he does that. And my reasoning for this is, by the way, I don't want this to happen. I think Bryan should start. Bryan wasn't great in the last couple of games in the AFCON. I watched him against Morocco. He was abysmal. He was absolutely abysmal. I wonder whether he will start Bryan off the bench. You've got to remember, out of the two, Ahmad has had a very, very good AFCON. He won man of the match, I think, for 3 games. Scored a few goals. He has looked very, very, very good. Very in form. I don't see a world where we drop Ahmad to the bench coming off the back of a decent AFCON. It just doesn't work. Anthony says, I think the board will make him have the big names up front. I tell you what, let's see if Kev answers the phone. Let's see if Kevin's answering the phone. Kevin! Kev, let's have a look. Let's see if he answers the phone. Imagine leaving us to go and meet. That's what he's done. Let's have a look. Let's see if he answers. Oh, he's walking. Hello. He's on his way to the pub. He's on his way.
I'm walking here.
I'm walking here. Kev.
I was watching.
Hello,
everybody.
Just a quick one. I've said that he will start Ahmad, Cunha, and Sesko tomorrow. I think he'll leave. He's fucking buffering now. Look at that. Honestly. Mr. Tech. He's got tech all over his house. Can't get bloody signal. He's gone, guys. He's gone. He can call us back. He's left us. He can call us back. Mount, Cunha, Sesko. I don't think he starts Mount. When did they return from AFCON? Because way more stick with players he's worked with a bit more. No, they were there for his first training session. They were there when he took his first training session. He dropped Bruno before. He dropped Ronaldo before as well, if I remember rightly. The midfield is a bit sus for balance. Would have Mason on the left 10, help him in midfield if you're not playing. And Mbeumo. I like that comment. I do like that comment. Kev's walking. I play Ahmad as much for the defensive side than anything. I don't think Ahmad's going to be looked at as a defense. I think the days of Ahmad being that wing back and doing that defensive work are far, far gone. Far, far gone. Would be more sensible option to rest them, Sophie, but we are so bad. I think we're going to be desperate for a result. They've played the same amount of games as us, though, Anthony. They haven't played ridiculous amounts. You got to remember they went after the Bournemouth game. So after the Bournemouth game, we played who? Villa, Wolves. Who else do we play? Leeds, Brighton, Burnley. We played 5 games. They've played 4, I think. I don't think they'll be tired. I think they'll be fine. Mine is a mute point then. Mbeumo, Cunha, and Sesko. I have no idea what he'll do, and it's refreshing. That's true. And they are not tired. That goes like, they're not tired. Don't give me that. They're not tired. Can double up with Diallo as he needs all the help he can get, and the players from AFCON down. So, okay. Is this what we think? Is that our team? Chat. Is that our team to start against Manchester City in the derby tomorrow? Lunchtime kickoff as well. Oh, Manchester United ruining the weekends from the off. Fucking brilliant. I think that's a good team. Other than Diallo, I can't wait for Mazraoui to get back. So, right now, I don't care how he gets here. Just get here when you can. And this moves on now to the score predictions. What are we saying? What are we saying? Let me get rid of that team. What are we saying about a prediction for the score tomorrow? Because, look, I've said this. I said this to Kev straight after the Brighton game. And I'm going to sound a fucking idiot for saying this. I know I am. But I actually think we beat City tomorrow. I think we beat City. City haven't been the best. LB will tell you that. And Carl has took the words right out of my mouth. City do play a very, very high line. I think with the pace that we've got on the counter, I think we can catch them out. Sophie's gone 4-1. Andy's gone 3-1 City. Akko's gone 2-1 United. No thanks. I'm going to go... excuse me. I'm going for a 2-1 win for United tomorrow. And that's crazy because after what they did to us in the Brighton game, this group of players, you would ask, Dan, how can you say that? How can you say that about this Manchester United side? But I just think if we've got a Maguire at the back with set pieces, they do play a high line. City are going to be turning up expecting the win today. Now, let's not forget. Let me get City's last few results up. Last 10 games. Right then, let me get them up. Okay. So this is interesting for you. I hope you find this as interesting as I do. You probably won't because you're already writing us off, guys. Where's this bloody positivity? Let me get rid of that fucking advert. I don't want to watch the PGA Tour. Piss off. This, at the bottom here, I don't know if you can see my mouse. Manchester City's last 3 games are all draws. Let me just scroll that up a second because the adverts. They drew against Sunderland, 0-0. They drew against Chelsea, 1-1. And they drew against Brighton. This isn't a team, okay, they also played midweek against Newcastle. This isn't a team that is, the form that we thought. I mean, look, if it was this, if we were talking about a City team that had beat Fulham, Leeds, Sunderland, Palace, West Ham, Forest, then I'd say, okay, but this is what gives me hope, chat. This is what gives me hope. I actually think Manchester United can do it tomorrow. We've been waiting for this new manager bounce since, fucking hell, we didn't even get it with Ten Hag, did we? Let's be honest. We got spanked in our first 2 games. We haven't had a new manager bounce since Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, and that was 5.5 years ago. I just wonder if they've come in, if they've got their points across, they will be wanting to impress. The only thing that worries me is I don't think this team has the ability to go, well, these guys aren't going to be at the end of the season anyway, so what do I care? But they have the ability to beat City. Kushanov is decent, but he's got his moments. Absolutely no idea who the other centre-back will be. It'll be that lad that they brought back from Watford. Roy Keane had a retirement. Can we have Martinez and Evans as centre-backs? Fucking hell. Imagine we get Garner on loan. Oh, imagine that, man. I'd scream. This team always lets us down. Why would anything be different, says Andy? Because you've got to have a faith. You've got to have faith. Faith there. 10 years. Fucking 10 years. Newcastle had a good few chances against them in the League Cup game too. This is true, Carl. Like, that wasn't a 2-0. Newcastle had opportunities. Look at my hair, man. Tell it needs a trim. I'm feeling confident. I'm excited for the Manchester derby. This is what I'll pose to you all, okay? What the fuck have we got to lose tomorrow? If I reckon 90% of us are already sitting there saying that we're getting beat already. Tomorrow, I genuinely feel like we go in there and we give them a good going. Hit them with that high line. We're going to see what Carrick's all about. He's had a few days with the boys. I'm intrigued to see what setup he picks. He has the ability tomorrow. Anthony, man, I absolutely... I love you. I love you, man. I say, what have we got to lose? Dignity. That went fucking years ago, brother. That went years ago. Dignity is gone. Newcastle got in behind him a lot, playing quite direct from the back and down the flanks. It'll be interesting because they haven't got the height at the back that they want. They haven't. How tall's Kushinov? Hang on a minute. Let's have a look. How tall is he? I feel like I'm on Tinder here. How tall is he? 6'1". 6'1". He's not a monster, is he, lads and ladies? He's not a monster. I wonder if, like Carl said, they will go with the option of the ball gets played back to Lemmy, and every time Lemmy goes, he's just going to pump it forward. O'Reilly's quite tall, but he's stick thin. I'm not worried about that. I wonder if they pump it long for Sesko to win the flicks. People go over either side of him. That's what I think. Rodri, I don't see him dropping Rodri that far back. And has Rodri started many games? I don't think Rodri started many games, has he? Let's have a look. We'll have a look. Of course, we'll have a look. Rodri. Let me get the detailed. Let's have a look. Close that. We don't want that. So, no, he's not started, has he? 45 minutes against Sunderland. Oh, he got 90 minutes against Chelsea. 26 minutes against Brighton. Newcastle don't have Diallo and Torgu, says Anthony. Johnny, good to see you, mate. He says, if I see our club actually sign Loftus-Cheek or Højbjerg, it might make me retire. Honestly, I said this at the start of the video. This loan move, this surprise loan move that Manchester United are going for, don't get your hopes up. Do not get your fucking hopes up. This isn't going to be a madness. This isn't going to be one of those signings where you go, how the fuck have we done that? Manchester United are doing Manchester United things now. They are looking for players on the cheap. They're looking for players on the cheap. As soon as Ben Jacobs broke the news that we were looking for a short-term surprise loan for a midfielder, they are looking on the cheap. They're saving all their pennies. And do you know something? I normally go right in Goldbridge. You know I have, and I've got to stop doing it because it's not fair. But I go in on Goldbridge all the time. But Goldbridge said something this week that stuck with me, and I said he's absolutely right. And that was that Manchester United will absolutely either do nothing in the market or do something silly like this loan, and then they will come out on February the 1st, February the 2nd, and say, we have got so much money to spend in the summer. We have got this project we're working on. You'd be surprised at who we're going for. That is what they do. So I agree. I agree with Goldbridge on that. The more I think about keep commenting, the more I think it'll be Cunha, Bryan, and Ahmad. I don't think he drops Sesko. I really don't. That O'Reilly shoved Joe Linton. I could shove Joe Linton. Is he not that thin? He doesn't strike me as a guy. Am I just saying that? We're talking to a fucking 20-stone bloke here who doesn't run at all. Let me have a look. Oh, he's got some muscles. O'Reilly played as a 6 in midfield for City in that game. Maybe then. Maybe. He didn't start against Newcastle. We've gone through that. I've got no faith tomorrow because that donkey is going to be at right back again. All we need is pace to beat City. I agree. I've gone through that so far, I think. Who are we going for? There's so many people that they're saying we're going for. Loftus-Cheek's been mentioned. Who else has been mentioned? Weston McKennie. Angel Gomez was mentioned. I don't think we go for Angel Gomez. Angel Gomez would be the most pointless midfield signing we could go for. It doesn't make sense. He's fucking tiny. The front three, if they click, anything can happen. I agree, Andy. You know, Ineos is shameless enough to bring out the dusty red carpet again and get them to come out in a suit in front of the fans. Eriksen, fucking hell, I don't know what I'd do with Eriksen. It's either PR, so we don't complain about no signing, or it'll be someone no one wants. Well, a loan signing is always going to be that, Anthony, isn't it? Because in my eyes, a loan signing is either someone that that can't get into your team, you don't want them on the books, you try and get rid of them, or it's a youth player. We ain't bringing a youth player in. If he plays without a striker, he can fuck right up. Oh, Wahaha, I feel like me and you are going to be in a foul mood tomorrow, dude. Leacher, Anthony, don't do that. You know, you was out earlier, you didn't visit a certain address, did you? Do you know what? I was thinking about that when I was driving back from London last night. I was actually thinking, imagine I pull up to the services, putting my fuel in, and I look left and Simon Hooper's there. Oh, my God. Oh, my God. I'd have followed him into that store, followed him into WH Smith's, and when he wasn't looking, I'd have chucked loads of fucking shit in his basket. Loftus-Cheek would do well in your midfield, powerful runner. It's fitness with Loftus-Cheek. It's always been that with me. I really rated Loftus-Cheek at Chelsea. When he was coming through, I really liked him. I thought he was powerful. I thought he was good on the ball. I thought he had a good eye for a pass. Going to AC Milan, he's done okay, hasn't he? But that wouldn't get me excited. But Sophie, I absolutely could see it being someone like him. But we won't know. We won't know. We won't know until it happens. Just get ready. Just get ready for it now. And Manchester United, Manchester United fans, welcome your new signing, Darius Vassell. It'll be something stupid. Never been a fan of, says Anthony. Neither have I. But guys, look. Tomorrow, massive game. It's the City derby. Okay, it's Manchester City. Yeah, McKennie's at Juve. It is the game of all games, regardless of the fact we are so in the mud at the moment, regardless of the fact we've gone through more managers than Katie Price has gone through boyfriends, regardless of the fact that we are so disjointed with an ownership that doesn't seem to know what the fuck they're doing. It's Manchester United. And losses hurt us. The FA Cup hurt us. But you know what? After a few days, you dust yourself off and you go, right, I'm ready again now. I'm ready. At least Spurs took care of the Gallagher scare. I agree. Don't think we will be excited about it. I don't think we will either. I want you all ready tomorrow. I want you all to have a good night's sleep, and I want you all ready and focused for what is going to be a massive game for tomorrow. Kev and I will see you for the game, lunchtime. It's the derby. Enjoy your Friday evenings. Kev's at the pub. I will see you all on the flip side. Dan United. Kev United's fucking gone. Manchester United. Bryan Brigade. Uta.